Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I don't know where you are at this time. My name is Lerato Sokhulu and we're at Fame Week, Carol and I. Hello, Carol.
Hello. So good to be here on the ground.
On the ground, because we're normally in the studio, hey.
But we are amongst the people, so if you're hearing lots of noise, that's what you're hearing. Like just lots of creative buzz. So exciting.
A lot of creative buzz, and we just wanted to catch up once again with one of our favorite actresses for her to share some insights on her journey so far and spread that knowledge that you won't find in a textbook.
Yes.
We have Shamilla Miller.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
So beautiful to be here with you two on the ground.
On the ground.
On the ground.
On the ground.
As I've heard them say
Reporting.
on the ground. Yes.
Coming live
Reporting
to
live.
you from Fame Week.
Nothing my inner news reporter.
Yes.
When I said on the ground. Yeah.
Great.
My name is Lerato Sokhulu for VNA Waterfront. For Creative Allies, the podcast. So Shamilla, this is going to be a sweet and short conversation. What I want to know, looking back, because you've been in the industry for how long now?
I've been on screen for 12 years.
Yeah.
I did theatre before that and I did film school before that.
Amazing. So I want to take it back to just the very beginning of your journey, when it was time for you to graduate and get an agent. How was that process? Are you still with the same agent? And what would you do differently if you could? Or
Okay, I'll take this in stages.
All right.
So when I feel like I was in a bit of a lucky position just because I did go to AFTA, which is the film school, and my acting professor, Alison, at the time, just gave us a lot of information of how to approach agencies. So I feel like when I went out into the world, I was equipped with knowing the steps to take to get an agent. I don't know what the vibes are now, but back then, it was crucial to have some sort of either a degree or a course or some sort of accreditation, training in acting to even get a meeting, to even get an audition, to be with the top agencies.
Yeah.
And so I had set up, I knew exactly which agency I wanted to be with, so I had set up a meeting and, I had my B, C, D agents, but I went for the meeting with my first one and it was a good vibe from the beginning. And on the spot, they were like, I had something prepared, but they were like, so we're going to do a little, monologue intro kind of vibe. And just in the office right there, they were like, here's your space, do it.
Oh my goodness, like a live audition.
Live audition in the room. So I thought I was coming for just like an interview and a conversation. And it turned into a live audition. I had a few monologues in the bank, so I was like, I'm
a professional actress.
But it was on the office floor, a carpet that probably looked like this.
Yeah.
And they were like, go for it. And they liked my work and they signed me on the spot. So it was, there were a few things that I just feel like I fell with my bum in the butter, as they say.
Can I just say, though, that you were ready? We often make this point, actually, on Creative Allies, is you fell with your bum in the butter, maybe, but you were prepared.
Yes.
And I think often young creatives want all that kind of opportunity, but they're not prepared. And I think, don't underestimate what you brought to getting your bum in the butter, if that makes sense.
For sure. No, I do understand. And and on that note, I was prepared. I wasn't even, because I went there with 3 monologues going, I don't know when this audition is, but if they say it had to be tomorrow, I still need prep time. Yes, I didn't expect it to be that day, but I was prepared.
I like that because a lot of the younger creatives that I'm kind of chatting to about getting into these agencies never speak about actually having prepared something in the bank. They kind of just go with pictures like models and get surprised then when the agency says, oh, you're not the right fit, but it's like they don't actually know your range.
Yeah.
And so they can't place you. So I find that really insightful.
This is not an Instagram page.
Yes.
This is an actual
visual
job
in that way.
interview, basically. Think of it like that.
So come with your CV. And so in that sense, and so if we fast forward to now, I don't know what the criteria
I see.
to join an agency. Back then, you needed some sort of training, accreditation. I'm not sure if that's the...
I think it's still pretty much the same, but obviously with the digital era coming in and social media coming in, where they are now looking at your personal life and social media, and they kind of also base that on whether they sign you or not because of the numbers. So that you've answered my question in that you still need to be prepared, whether you have the numbers or not. Okay, 12,
and just on that quickly, in this digital age, if you are able to find a videographer or do your own thing, and you can put your own reel together, at least, and maybe you're not going to do a monologue, but at least have something to show range. So it forms part of your CV. Be like, this is why you're going to hire me. This is what I can do.
I love that. Now, you have been on Netflix, you have been on Showmax. What has been the most exciting role you've played, and what has been the most challenging role, or in a time in your career that was, really challenging?
Challenging.
Yeah.
It's so difficult to say which has been the most exciting role, because I've played some characters that I've absolutely fallen in love with.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, sometimes the crew of a film set makes the experience so wonderful that I'll think about my first Umbrella Men film. It was one of the most special productions that I've been a part of, but it was the character I loved, the story I loved, the crew were still such good friends to this day. So moments like that really make a difference to me. I did this series, it's on Netflix, called Dead Places. It's like horror light. It was
I've not heard of Horror Light.
I said horror light because I'm like, it's scary, but it's not like scary.
I think it's called a thriller.
No, because it's definitely horror.
Okay.
But it's not like
you won't dream about demons.
You're not going to not sleep for the rest of your life, maybe.
Yeah. Do you remember the show Supernatural from the States?
Yes.
That's horror lights.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
With the devils and demons.
With the demon vibes.
Okay,
that's my interpretation.
I feel like this is, really up to the person.
Maybe up to the person. Anyway, but that was a very independent production with Motion Story, and we were a very small team and small group of actors, me and two other actors, and there was something special about that situation as well. And then a difficult set or role would maybe be... So 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, I was doing two productions at the same time. I was shooting Devil's Peak in Cape Town.
Oh, lovely.
And I was shooting Masinga in Durban. And so I was flying at the exact same time. So I was flying, and I was a lead in Masinga, and I was like fourth on the call sheet on Devil's Peak. So there were two pretty big roles.
Yeah.
And flying between the two, and working all night, taking the last flight out, having to be on set the next morning at 6, and so not having a day off for a couple of months. I think that really got into my head. I was proper burnt out, and one set was more difficult than the other, just because of logistics basically. And then one character was also a lot heavier than the other, so that emotionally it was really grueling. And so I just feel like I didn't look after myself properly in that time.
So how did you survive it, besides Red Bull and coffee? I mean, what else
babe,
can
I
you
survived.
do?
I can't even answer that question. Sometimes you don't have a choice. I've made the decision. I took on these two roles because I wanted both of them. I didn't want to lose either one of them. And I was like, I can do it. I've got this toxic belief that I can just do anything. And I'm like, I'll figure it out on the way.
It's called being a big dreamer.
Exactly.
Vuyo, big dreamer.
Big dreamer.
I'm waiting for the song. I'm waiting.
No, it's an advert. It's Vuyo. He's a big dreamer.
Exactly. That's exactly what I am.
Oh, you mean you want me to make up a song? Oh my God. Okay, I'll have to think about
dreamer,
it.
Dreamer.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it is. I'm not a singer.
I don't know how I got through it, but you don't have a choice. Like, I can't, there's so many cogs in the wheel that I'm like, I can't be like, I can't work because I'm burnt out. No, you get up and you do it, and you cry yourself to sleep at night. That's
So the trick is just to cry.
Just
Because
to-
cry
just to
can
cry
be
out.
released as well.
Just let
so
it
not
out.
keep it in.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you survived. Here you are
I did,
looking
exactly.
healthy. And on the ground.
Follow up, would you do it again? Like, would you do that to yourself again, or would you,
know what?
handle it differently?
And like after that job and right now, I want to say no, but I can never say never, because if an opportunity presents itself and I want to take it, I will. If it's something that I feel passionate about and it clashes with something else, like I'll have to make it work if it's what I want.
Got you.
Yeah.
Got you. Now, to wrap it up, we would like, so we do this really cool thing at the end of all of our podcasts and interviews where we ask our guests to write a letter to their younger self.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be a full-on letter. It could be 2 sentences, 5 sentences, but what would you say to young Shamilla as she came into this big world of entertainment?
Gosh, that is a difficult question.
Yeah.
I think it's twofold. I think in the beginning I just would have been less, I don't want to say scared, but I feel like I missed opportunities of networking because I didn't want to sell myself and I didn't want to, bank myself or sound cocky or this and this, and I was just super humble even when I had things to say or work to show. I always kind of took a step back, and I feel like I'm not that way anymore, but in the beginning, I feel like I could have made a lot more networking decisions that would have, I'm super awkward as a person. So sometimes I'm like, oh no, I don't want them to get too deep because they're going to see. And I'm like, no, let them see. Let them see who you are. So I would have changed that. And then for later in my career, and it's something that I've, realized in the last couple of years, is that I did a lot of drama as a genre when I started, and then I kind of pivoted and I was like, I want to do comedy, and then I pivoted again. I was like, I want to do action. But every time I pivoted, I was like, just going in blind, as in, oh, I'll figure it out. I'll just put it into the universe. Whereas what I should have done or would give someone as advice is that when you want to pivot, then put the work in. So if going from drama to comedy, I would have maybe done more improv classes to make that tool sharp. Going from comedy to wanting to be an action star, I would have said I should have done a stunt course to be ready so that I've got all those tools in my belt so that when those briefs come out or those roles come out that I want, I can go, oh, but I've got this accreditation, I've got this, I can be an action star because I've got the sun training kind of thing. And so just kind of equip myself to be ready for when those come. It's something that I'm doing now, but I could have started this a few years ago.
Okay, now say something nice about yourself going into, because it's like you've been so
Something nice about us.
But no, the reason why I'm saying that, because it's so easy to see where you have fallen short in your journey. And I think all of us focus on, I could have done this, I could have done that. But you're here still and you're doing the thing that you love. So what are then the things that you are so glad that you did?
And thanks for calling me out on that. I feel like we do tend to veer on the pessimistic. I love everything. I love everything about my career. I say this constantly to myself, even in times of doubt, where I go, you're living your childhood dream. Like, I have wanted to be an actress since I was a kid. I used to say to my mom, she was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I used to say, I want to be a video girl. But that meant, like, when we go to the DVD store and we rent videos, I was like, I want that. I don't want to be on the TV. I want the video. I want to be that girl. And so I feel like I'm living my childhood dream. And I feel like I'm navigating my career wonderfully, and I'm getting all these opportunities to play all these different characters and just be super creative. And I love it. I love the vibes.
My favorite role that you played, I forgot the name of the series, but it's set in a high school for girls.
Oh, a Girl from St. Agnes.
Is it that?
Yes.
It is a horror. I mean,
no. That's a murder mystery.
Okay, murder mystery, but it was scary. It was.
Checks out if it was at a girls' school.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying I was at one.
So the horror.
To wrap it off, Shamilla, by the way, lives in both Joburg and Cape Town, so
Yes.
she definitely is living her dream.
Dual citizenship.
You know what I mean, because it is different countries.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Thank you.
Shamilla, for coming to Creative Allies, and hopefully a young actor or actress listening can get some insights from your journey. But to wrap it up, what I heard was preparation is key.
Preparation
Don't
is
walk
key.
into the room without being ready and having studied the environment that you're walking in. Carol, any last words?
Yeah, like just the fact that you live in your dream. It's possible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
if you can
totally.
do it, someone else can.
Exactly.
So go for it if you are listening to this.
And this is Creative Allies. People who live their dreams deserve to be heard. Bye.
Bye.